All right, guys. Now I have my parents and my twin sister and Papa, Mama, hi, and Davina. These are my two classmates, Jonathan and Caleb. So today I'll be presenting about the U.S. Supreme Court. It's a Supreme Court case that I was working on my paralegal studies class. So I found this case pretty interesting. So I wanted to share with my communication class. And as you can see, I don't know if you can clearly see it. The title is the U.S. Supreme Court, the baby girl versus the adoptive couple by me, of course, Maria Tumba. So the case is about an adoptive couple with versus the baby girl and both biological parents involved as well. So the baby girl was a case that involved the biological parents of the baby girl in question. The biological mother was a Hispanic Caucasian, and the father was a member of the Cherokee Indian tribe. Congress had to step in due to the ICWA, or the Indian Child Welfare Act, that was passed in the 1978 to prevent the illegal and harsh removal of an Indian children from the tribes. This case was a huge battle in the Supreme Court between the biological father and the adoptive parents of the baby girl back in September 2011. So I listed some facts of the case. The first one is that the mother, who lived in Oklahoma, was engaged with the father for a few years, if I remember pretty good. But they broke up because the mother got pregnant, and the father asked the mother if they could get married before them actually having the baby. The mother refused, so they chose to break up. And later on, after breaking up, the father consisted that their engagement ended before before obviously the lady gave birth. After the breakup, the biological mother quickly she began to make an arrangement to give the baby up for adoption once the baby was born. According to the Cherokee Nation, the mother failed to notify the father of her intentions. The mother did ask for the father for child support or to relinquish his parental rights, and actually the father said replied her by text. However, she never mentioned that the baby will be given up for adoption. So to go back to the first one, when the mother asked the parents the dad obviously, if he will either go with the child support or actually give up on his parental right, the dad said he want to give up the parental right. So which gave the mother the full custody of the child. So after that, according to the father, he presumed that he had given full rights to his ex, and he never intended for his child, to end up with a complete strangers, which was the adoptive parents. And here are some reasons that the mother gave to the court for, why did she put the child for adoption. The biological mother already had two children prior the engagements and prior with the ex. So, and she did not believe that she could care for the third child who was in the way, and to give the child whatever the child will deserve. So the biological mother swore in court that she did disclose the fact that the child had Cherokee blood to the agency and the adoptive couple's lawyer. The birth father immediately began to establish paternity right through the DNA to put an end to the adoption using the ICWA or the Indian Welfare Act, so that the adoption will stop everything. Back in fast forward in December 2011, the baby girl, who was now 2 years old, was returned to her biological father, which was Mr. Brown, obviously, whom she never met before. He took her back to Oklahoma with him. The baby, I just wanted to mention that the baby went to North Carolina. Yes, to North Carolina. So the father took the baby back, the biological father. He's the biological father with the baby girl, Veronica, the little pretty, beautiful girl, and the father who was serving in the military, Mr. Brown. So the adoptive parents fought hard to keep the baby, Veronica, but over and over they were turned down based on the technicality that the biological father was not informed or consented to such adoption. Here's the baby girl with the two adoptive parents. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. That's Veronica and the two adoptive parents who took the baby girl to North Carolina. So since the adoptive couple insists that since the biological father and the biological mother of the baby girl broke up prior the adoption procedure, and I got lost. And the fact that he never provided financial support while the mother was pregnant or thereafter made him an unfit parent who relinquished himself of any responsibility. And to just back up before I forget again, the two adoptive parents were there in the labor room with the lady. So they had to make sure she gives birth to a healthy baby when the biological father wasn't there at all. So the biological father fought to retain full custody of the baby girl for good reasons that he had. But after much debates and financial burden on all parts, finally the Supreme Court ruled that taking Veronica, the baby girl, away from the adoptive family where she could get health, where she could get food or a house, a place to sleep, everything, and make friends. They thought it would be better for the two adoptive parents to get the baby Veronica back. And here's my last slide and my citations. I'll first give credits to myself because it was my paper from another class which I mentioned in the beginning, which was my paralegal studies class. And you can also check out the case on the supremecourt.gov if you want to learn more about it. I did not put all the information to my presentation, so if you want to learn more about it, you can still go check it out. It's still there. And also for pictures, I use CNN. I Google some. I forgot to mention Google here as well. I use Google and CNN for pictures. Thank you. That was my presentation. Do you guys have any question or anything else to add?
Nope. Good job.
Good job.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks for showing up for mine.
Yeah. Hey, Maria,
Yes.
Caleb, I was planning on doing a redo for mine because I was having audio problems. Would you guys be available at 4 tomorrow?
Of
Yep.
course.
Okay. I'll create a new Zoom meeting and I'll send you the link.
What about if we do 4:30 or 15? Because I get off work at 4 o'clock. So
we'll do 4:30.
4:30, yes, perfect.
Right.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll create a new Zoom meeting and I'll send a link to both of you.
Okay, no problem. I'll be there.
All right, thank you.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you.
Good job, Maria.
Oh, you're
See
welcome.
you later.
Good job.
Great.
Bye, guys. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.